Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Tammy Talks here. Alright y'all, let's go ahead and get back into Love is Blind, Season 2, Episode 3, Love in Paradise. So, before we get started, if you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns on various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each recap. So, if you enjoy that type of content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I am doing Love is Blind episode by episode, so if you're interested in seeing my thoughts and opinions episode by episode, hit the notification bell. And then let's hop into the comment section, y'all, so we can kind of talk about this. Just a reminder, when I do Netflix shows, I do episode by episode. So I have not watched anything ahead of whatever I talk about specifically in the video. So I know sometimes y'all come in and y'all talk about extra episodes. If I ignore your comment, it's not that I'm ignoring you. I just have not gotten that far into the show yet, but typically, I try to stay out of the comments until I watch all the episodes that are available, if that makes sense. But let's go ahead, episode 3. So remember on the second episode, Shayna had her nerve to go in, and after accepting Kyle's proposal, she goes in and tells Shane that she really has deep feelings for him. And y'all know that pissed me off because what are you doing? But nonetheless, so Shayna says she is worried that she is making the wrong decision by accepting Kyle's proposal. You are making the wrong decision by accepting Kyle's proposal. One, because you are religious. I meant to double check, but she's Catholic and he is an atheist. Y'all should not be together. I'm sorry. Y'all should not be together. You truly have different core values. Y'all should not be together. This is kind of crazy that you're even kind of going along with this. And like I said before, it's giving thirsty, right? So she tells him that she does envision a life with him. And he tells her that this is everything that you should have said, girl, 2 days ago. I also hate how overly dramatic they are. He's back there, fuck. And I'm like, calm down. Either you want to keep pursuing this with her and see what's going to happen with that, or you want to go ahead and tell her that you can't do it because you got a connection with Natalie. So he ultimately tells her that, we wasted the past 2 days by not talking because you were never upfront with me. You were never 1,000% honest about your feelings. She acknowledges that. She knows that her pride got in the way and she wants to keep their talk private. Yeah, because you basically going over and trying to break up somebody's situation that they got going on, which really isn't cool. But he tells her that it's too late. Too late, girl, because his connection with Natalie is too strong, and that's the connection that he wants to pursue. And then we see him kind of walk out. We see her get up and kind of walk out the room. He says in his confessional or the interviews that he feels that she feels that she's the only one who could be a real, authentic, and genuine wife to him. And I didn't like that because you don't know what him and Natalie are talking about. I don't like how some of these women come out and say that you don't even know what this man looks like. You don't know anything. He could be putting on a complete representative, which most of them are. But for you to say that you're the only one that could do that, that really rubbed me the wrong way. I don't necessarily care for Natalie, but that rubbed me the wrong way. And I was team Natalie in this situation. So then Natalie comes in, Shane proposes, and now they are engaged to be married. So Jared goes to talk to Mallory. He has a little taco spread set up. Tacos are her favorite food. He seems very intuitive and intentional. I like Jared. Jared seems very humble to me. He seems very authentic until later. And until later. So he asks her if he were to propose to her, what would she say? She basically tells him that she has a connection with 2 men. Her connection with someone else is a little stronger, so she doesn't know what she would say. She starts crying. He starts crying. He said there's nothing else to talk about. He gets up very suddenly, leaves the pod. They are both in their respective men's and living quarters. He is eyes bloodshot red. I felt so bad for Jared. Oh my God. Because I didn't think that he was like that hurt, but he is hurt. So he's crying, and then one of the guys who we never saw in the pod, he tells him that, you know, you still have Iyanna, and I'm like, okay. Meanwhile, Sal is back in the cut like, huh, wanting to do everything, you know, but laugh. And I'm like, all right, y'all. Over to the side, Mallory, on the women's side, Mallory wants some time to herself. Iyanna goes over to her, asks her, like, do you need privacy? And she was like, yes. I wanted to say, girl, why don't you go to a bedroom then? Don't go stand in the corner and cry and then not want anybody to come check on you. I don't know what the parameters are. We never see them like in bedrooms or anything. But don't go stand to the corner and cry by the yoga mats if you want some privacy. I also don't really see why Mallory was crying. I don't see why Mallory was crying. Girl, you made a decision, stand on it. If you feel that Salvador is more your speed, if you feel that your connection with him is stronger, go, you know, rap with him and be good with it. I didn't see why she was doing all this crying, but I am not an empath either. So I did not feel for her. I'm sorry, I didn't. So then when Shane and Natalie finally meet, they seem to like each other physically as well as attractively. Shane, no, he's a little pigeon toe, something or the other. Ain't he? Them feet just be bow, 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 bow. I'm pigeon toe, so it's not a knock, but Shane puts me to shame because he just, whoo, child. He just lured. They kiss, they do a little jig, they dance. She didn't expect him to be so attractive, so she's happy about that. She said that's just a bonus, but she said it'll be interesting to see what her parents think. I said, are your parents expecting you to marry someone of Asian descent? Cause yeah, it's gonna be interesting, because not only did you carry your ass up on the show to get married to, you know, someone that you really don't know, but he's not Asian. So I'm wondering if it's something like that, or just what her parents are going to think, just kind of in general. So we then have Jared and Mallory. I'm sorry, Jared and Iyanna. So Jared tells Iyanna that he wanted to be completely honest and tells her that he thought about proposing to Mallory. He told her about the conversation he had with Mallory. And Iyanna's pissed, as well as she should be, because it came very much across as, I didn't get my first pick, so I'm going to just go ahead and settle for you and then, like, pursue you even harder. So, and I think what really got me was him saying that he felt like Mallory saying no made his decision easier. But yes, of course it made your decision easier. There's no decision to be made anymore. Here's my thing. I don't fault Jared for going after Mallory, because that's who he had the stronger connection with, right? If that's who you were really rocking and rolling with, that's fine. But you need to find a way to phrase it to Iyanna to make it seem as if she is not second place. You can tell her. You can honestly tell her, I had a conversation with Mallory, who you know was my second, who you know was the other connection that I had. We talked about some things. We decided that we're not going to move forward. She is focusing her attention more on someone else. So now I can focus more of my attention over on you. I want to, you know, make this work. I want to see what connection the two of us have now that I'm laser focused in on you. There was such a better way to say it, Jared, than, well, you know, she made this decision easier for your boy. I was so disappointed in him. Ooh, I was disappointed in Jared. So Iyanna is, you know, she feels second fiddle, as well as she should. So she went out and she left the room. And when she was in the hallway, when she collapsed in sobs, I said, ma'am, get it together, girl. Come on. Don't let no man see you all hunched over and fawed over him. Fawed. All hunched over and collapsed over him. Don't do that to yourself. So we then see Sal proposes to Mallory. I do not have high hopes for this, but we see Sal proposes to Mallory. She accepts it. They're very emotional. That girl been crying for about 3 days now. I know her tear ducts are dry and she has a headache out of this world. So Kyle and Shayna meet. He thinks that Shayna is way out of his league. I don't think she's out of his league. I think Kyle is handsome in a way. He just got some ears on him, boy. But Kyle's ears are like they are huge. The only issue is gonna be the religion part. It might not even be so much as him being an atheist. It was the way that he was making jokes about it, the way that he referred to it. It's like not making sense and yada, yada, yada. So they meet up. She looks older than she looked in actual pods. The light is not working for her. He said that she is nicer, and she said that he is nicer in person. She tells him that she's nervous about their differences. And she's worried that they made a mistake. I said, oh, girl, because this is a conversation that y'all should have had another day in the pods. So when y'all came into the pods that day, before he proposed, you should have had a conversation with him and said, we need to address this once again. You're being an atheist and me being a devout Christian. That's something that needs to be had, another conversation. So the fact that she let that ride and then accepted that man's proposal, knowing damn well that is a point of contention for her, and that is an issue for her, we should have even never got to this point in the process, Shayna. But like I said before, Shayna's getting desperate because no one else has been giving her any attention. Because Kyle rejected her, so now it's just, I'm just going to go ahead with the flow. So he tells her that she has to be ready to give it a try. And he thinks, so they kind of separate very quickly. Like, they don't ever really talk. I think, too, she's not attracted to him physically. I think that because when she did see him, she made a face. She made a face. So he says in his confessional, he thinks it will be impossible to pull them apart. And he is very confident they'll get married. I'm glad you got that type of confidence, Kyle. I'm glad you got it, sweetheart, because you probably the only ones that really has this type of confidence. So we see Jared and Yana. He proposes. She takes it. Kudos to them, girl. I wouldn't be as excited to be somebody's second fiddle, but y'all came into this knowing that people were going to date other people, so maybe she just understands and tolerates the process more than I'm going to. Sal and Mallory. So they meet. And she's not attracted to him physically. You can tell that she's not attracted to him physically. I don't think his voice matches how he looks either. But I don't think that Sal is an unattractive man. I also feel that men should have facial hair and beards. Men should have facial hair and beards. Even if you just have a goatee, even if it's just a mustache, you need to have something up in here for me. Needs to have something. But you can tell that she's kind of wondering now if she made a mistake. Here's the thing, Mallory. You didn't make a mistake. Don't let your shallowness come out. Okay? You picked this man based off of your heart, your personality, and all this other type of stuff. So the fact that he might not be what you're initially attracted to, don't feel like you made a mistake now, because you might not be attracted to Jared either. I can't wait for all these couples to meet. So we get to, Jared and Iyanna meet. They're super cute together. You can see that they have good chemistry even outside of the pod. So fingers crossed for them. I do feel like so far, they look like they really rocking and rolling with each other. And I think it's going to be good so far. Again, I'm only on episode 3, y'all. So do not tell me what happens in 4 and 5. I'm not there yet. So we get to Mexico. Cal and Shayna are talking about how he used his mom's ring. She's nervous. She's wearing it on her thumb because she doesn't want to lose the ring. He tells her, don't worry. I would get you. You get your own ring. She's like, I don't care. I don't care because she knows that they ain't gonna get married, so she don't care about the ring anyways. So Shake and Deeps, all they do is kiss. That's literally all they do is kiss. Shake and Deeps don't do nothing but sit around and kiss. Very closed mouth, no lip kisses that I wish they would stop showing us. I wish they would stop showing us. I am so happy that I am black and I have lips. Because these kisses be looking like, can y'all feel the kiss? Is that why they keep doing these kisses? Because y'all don't have lips to feel it? I like them though, but I still feel like Shake is going to see, I think he's going to be very tempted by some other women that he'll see, because we know that Deeps is not what he is typically attracted to. She is not who he typically dates. So Shane and Natalie are sitting around. It's his birthday. They have a cake or whatever. And he is hinting at wanting sex. And she was like, not gonna happen. They're drinking champagne. She asked him to pour her a glass. And he was like, no, not until you compliment me. I said, oh, girl. Oh, Shane. But see, Shane told y'all he was a tool. But okay. All y'all heifers was fighting over him. Look how he's acting already. He said that he feels that she's not being more affectionate and that the communication is a little different than it was inside the pods. Shane strikes me as somebody that wants you to compliment him all the time. He needs compliments. He needs constant words of affirmation all throughout the day. Natalie does not seem like the type that's going to do that, or because she says she's attracted to him, so I don't know. Maybe she is just more of a reserved person than she thought. So we have Nick and Danielle. Nick makes his own toothpaste. He has been for the past 7 years. He also makes his own body wash. He feels that natural is the way to go. And Danielle was like, I'm going to switch out his toothpaste because it tastes nasty and I don't know how his breath does not stink. I said, well, damn. I don't know. I know that some people like to do stuff like that. I need to buy my toothpaste, my soap, my body wash, my washing detergent. That's going to come from a store. I'm going to let Tide, Gain, Dove, Suave, Head and Shoulders, whoever else makes shampoo and stuff and toothpaste and all that type of stuff, I'm gonna let them handle it. I'm not gonna be in my kitchen mixing up, turmeric and and activated charcoal. I can't do it. I can't. I will go and I'll just pay the $2 or $3 to get some toothpaste that has a proven whitening agent in there, that has a proven formula to help me with plaque and to fight against gingivitis and all this other type of stuff that we need our toothpaste to do. So then we get to Kyle and Shayna. He feels things are going too good. She feels things are going too good to be true. He does not eat meat. So they have dinner ordered. She has a steak. Looks like it's medium rare. He has, I think, eggplant parm. He is apparently a vegetarian. She wants him. She's kind of confused that he doesn't eat meat. Now, I eat meat. I'm a meat eater. And one thing I would never do is tell somebody, oh, you need to eat meat. Respect people's choices and their dietary ways, dietary habits, what they choose to eat. He has not eaten meat in 8 years, and he ate a piece of steak for her. That wasn't enough for her. She then decides to tell him that he needs to eat the bread, because she's going to think it's weird if a guy doesn't eat the bread. Shayna, you are too old to be having these dumb-ass criteria for men. It's almost like the men that have all these weird-ass man law. Shayna, stop it. So he goes to get in the shower. when he comes out, she decides to tell him that she wants to set boundaries. You know, it's still her going back to banking on this whole atheism situation. And she wants them to have separate rooms. She decides to go to her room for the night. It is 7:40 in the p.m. It's not even completely dark outside, and she's in her room. She goes to her room, and she said that she could see herself leaving Mexico as a single woman. She thinks their differences are just too much to deal with. Shayna is going to be the villain I thought she was. I think Shayna is going to see Shane. And it's going to be, who were the people from last year that was trying to mess that up? Lindsay, Barnett, and Amber. This is going to be Lindsay, Barnett, and Amber part 2. Because Shayna is going to try to mess up what Shane and Natalie have going. Why do people go on these shows when they know that the physical is so important to them? I can never go on these shows because I need to be physically attracted to the man that I am talking to. So I cannot personally be set up with somebody or marry somebody or get engaged to somebody that I have not seen yet. And I want people to start realizing that there's nothing wrong with feeling that way either. And I want people to stop thinking that they can go onto these types of shows, these types of situations, and play with people's feelings and hurts and all this other type of stuff. But we'll see what happens. Season 4, episode 4, episode 5. I will catch you guys in the next one.